Welcome to another inland seafood training. Please remain quiet throughout the entire training so all employees are able to hear and learn. If you have not yet signed the roll, please do so prior to returning to work. Sanitation. All food companies are required to maintain sanitary conditions throughout the plant. The reason for this is clear. You can't make clean food in a dirty plant. Sanitation employees are not the only ones that are responsible for cleaning the plant. All employees are responsible for some type of sanitary task. Whether it's picking up strapping, broken pallet pieces, labels, and any other thing from the floor, discarding boxes after you're finished with them, or keeping your work area clean by wiping down your work tables or equipment after a production run. Sanitation employees are not employed to clean up after capable adults. Sanitation employees are responsible for cleaning and sanitizing the facility and the outside grounds in order to prevent food contamination. Sanitation's cleaning routine consists of a three-step process. Step 1, a rough clean. This is perhaps the most important step. This step involves removing the visible food residue from equipment and work areas. This step must be done properly in order for the following steps to work. If equipment is not cleaned properly, the bacteria will continue to grow and eventually contaminate the food that comes into contact with the unclean equipment. Step 2, cleaning with the chemical. This involves cleaning with a soap or a detergent. The soap and detergents can be added in a few different ways. Mixed with water in a bucket for cleaning by hand with a brush or a cloth. Metered into a system that can be used through a hose. Applied as a foam, and used in an in-clean place system where chemicals are circulated through an enclosed system to clean inside of tanks, lines, and other parts of equipment. When cleaning equipment, smaller parts should be placed into a tub with detergent to soak. Small parts and hard to reach areas need special attention when cleaning. Small brushes may be needed for best cleaning results. Step 3, sanitize. The third and final step is to sanitize the equipment with sanitizer that is designed to kill bacteria. Once it is applied, there is no reason to rinse the sanitizer off unless it is stated in the directions of the chemical. Equipment is not reassembled until it is needed for use. It is important not to rush through any of these steps, even if the equipment appears to already be clean. Remember, you can only see bacteria through a microscope. The only chemicals that are allowed inside of the plant are approved chemicals. This means the employee cannot bring chemicals to work. All approved chemicals must have safety data sheets, and all safety data sheets must be readily available for all employees to view at any time. Our safety data sheets are located inside of our break room. Chemicals used at the plant must be used according to the label's instructions. If used improperly, they can become a contamination hazard. When sanitation employees handle chemicals, proper PPEs are required. Remember, only sanitation employees should be handling chemicals. PPEs required include goggles, gloves, wetsuits, and boots. The wetsuits must be untucked from the boots. That way, if chemical spills down your leg, it does not go inside of the boot. Prior to using chemicals around food products, all products must be removed from that area or product must be properly covered to avoid chemical contamination. If a chemical is transferred from one container to another, both the new container and the initial container must be labeled. All cleaning equipment must be cleaned and then hung to dry. This is done to eliminate the damp and wet conditions that bacteria thrives in. When storing chemicals in a food plant, there must be a designated area where chemicals are stored. Most of the time, they are stored in a chemical cage. The chemical cage must be under lock and key at all times. Proper storage and disposal of garbage is necessary to minimize the development of odors, minimize infestation of insects and rodents, and prevent the soiling of production areas. All trash should be placed inside of a trash can. Trash cans should be labeled waste, have a lid when stored outside, cleaned and sanitized daily, discarded if they have cracks or holes, lined with plastic trash bags, and kept away from food products. Remember to always change your gloves and wash your hands immediately after handling the trash can. After this, do this. SOPs versus SSOPs. SOP. Standard operating procedures are established and used to conduct a process. SOPs are usually in writing and usually specify the method, duration, and frequency of the process. SOPs should cover the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each process or procedure. Each manufacturing company has their own unique set of SOPs designed for their facility only. SSOPs. SSOPs are sanitation standard operating procedures. They describe the cleaning and sanitizing methods conducted in the plant to prevent contamination of products. SSOPs are a part of every company's food safety system. Records are usually created to show the completion of SSOPs. So, an SOP is how a procedure is done. For an example, how to pack shrimp. As SOP is how the cleaning procedure is done. For an example, how to clean the table that shrimp is packaged on. There are many procedures used to keep food production environments clean. As long as you follow sanitation procedures and are aware of the sanitation issues you work with, you can contribute to the safe production of food. What's wrong with this picture? Film should not be left on the machine when it is not in operation. What's wrong with this picture? Knives should not be stored inside of machines. This is very dangerous and a very unsafe practice. What's wrong with this picture? This hose is normally stored on a rack. However, this hose is also used to clean the floor of the production area. This hose drags on the floor. It should never be touching a food contact surface. What's wrong with this picture? All products, marinades, seasoning blends, all raw materials must be labeled. What's wrong with this picture? There should be no open containers stored in the refrigerators. Open containers tend to spill over and then leave messes inside of the refrigerators. This mess will eventually attract pests. Please do not leave open containers inside of the refrigerators. What's wrong with this picture? Lunch bags should not be stored on the countertops. They are to be stored inside of the cabinets or inside of the refrigerators in proper lunch bags. What's wrong with this picture? the refrigerator is clean, lunches are stored properly, and there are no open containers. Now let's take our quiz. Please write your first and last name inside of the name slot. Then add today's date in the date slot. Next, circle the company that you work for. And finally, circle the shift that you work on. Number 1, how many steps are in a basic cleaning procedure? A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4? C, 3. Number 2, when using cleaning and sanitizing chemicals, always A, read and follow the label instructions carefully. B, do whatever you think will work best. C, use as much or as little chemical as you'd like. Or D, none of the above. A, read and follow the label instructions carefully. Number 3, food residue left on equipment is A, source of food for bacteria. B, a source of chemical contamination. C, okay, it does not need to be cleaned off. Or D, all of the above. A source of food for bacteria. Number 4, the basic steps of a cleaning and sanitizing include A, rough clean. B, cleaning with a chemical. C, sanitizing. Or D, all of the above. D, all of the above. Number 5, chemicals should A, never be unlabeled. B, always be under lock and key. C, never be brought to work by employees. Or D, all of the above. D, all of the above.